Hey y'all, I hope that everybody is doing good. I am doing great. Like I said last time, there is about to be a lot of changes going on in my life, and I hope that you all are ready to embark on this journey with me. Some of you may have already gone on this journey, but for me personally, it is new for me. As you know, I am a campus registrar. I have started posting a registration or enrollment series in regards to my job, but I am currently looking for another position within the education system, as well as I am also open and willing, as well as ready to venture off outside of the education field. Children are they are my everything. I have always worked with children since I was a teenager myself. It all started when I was a child, just being an apartment kid, always wanting to be outside. I made sure that all the kids came together, whether it was kickball, dodgeball, us just outside mingling around with each other. If kids were around, I was present, and I always wanted to bring some kind of organization to our friendship, as well as us just fellowshipping with each other. But lately, I would say I haven't been, I don't feel like I've been learning. I feel like in my position, I have reached a cap to learn everything I possibly can know about my position. And I am someone that wants to continue to grow. And right now, I can honestly say that I don't feel like I'm learning anything. And for me personally, that is a problem. I don't know about you all, but I like to learn. That is the only way that I am gonna grow. That is the only way that I can continue to develop into the best version that God sees fit for me. And right now, I just don't think that I'm growing. So what I have to do is apply myself, whether that's to look for higher positions or whether to look for entry-level positions into fields that pay more. Anytime that you are the sole provider in your household, you will always be faced with challenges to grow, to do more, especially in today's times in the world with a recession, a pandemic, inflation. Everything is going up. I am just one person, me by myself, and I have to make it do what it do. And that requires me to venture out, look for other options, look for other things that I can do, which requires me to serve and to be happy and just to be willing to help other people. I don't know about y'all, but I really enjoy helping others. And what helping others looks like for me, whether it's dealing with kids, whether you need resources within the state that you are living in, whether you just need someone to help you apply yourself to the task that it is that you need to do. Even for me, I also need an accountability partner. I am a life coach. I help other women and young teens get themselves together and make sure that they are putting their best foot forward in the goals and the aspirations and everything that they want to do for themselves. And sometimes for that strong person, you may not have someone in your corner that is doing the same thing for you, but I'm not gonna stop there. I still have to help myself. If there is nobody to help you, you definitely have to help yourself. Don't just stay there. Don't just stay stuck. Get yourself together. Have a real talk with yourself. Look yourself in the face, as I'm doing with y'all. Look yourself in the face and be real with yourself. Have a good talk with yourself. Treat yourself good. Treat yourself right. And just be real. And the more you become real with yourself, the more you will see that maybe you're just not doing enough. And I felt like I wasn't doing enough. Even though I just gained my certification to become a director for a child care center, that will forever be my passion. It's just that I struggle with getting my business plans together, but I am trying. I know there's plenty of moving pieces that go into that, but I am working on it, and it just seems so far-fetched for me. I don't have a lot of family members that have started businesses themselves, so I don't really have someone to look up to that could really sit down with me. At this point, I need a consultant, someone that can really sit down with me, elbow to elbow, make sure I'm doing it. You remember back in the days when your kids had handwriting homework, or they had to read, and y'all was sitting elbow to elbow, finger to word, and you was making sure that they were doing it right? That is what I need right now, and I am praying that God sends me someone that is patient with me, that can teach me, help me to learn and grow as far as the entrepreneur mindset. I have always worked. Well, not always. I did start off being a stay-at-home mom. That was way back in the day when I was a army wife. I stayed home and I didn't work, but shortly after I separated, we divorced, I had to start working. So ever since then, I have held a job. So my mindset is on how to be a worker. What time I show up, what time I get off, what my contract is, exactly. There's an outline and job duties of what I need to do. I only do that, and that's it. But one thing I have realized is being an entrepreneur, you really have to work. That's even working outside the hours that you have at a 9 to 5 and just coming home and applying yourself. That is my biggest issue. I'm always educating myself. I'm always learning, jotting things down, but actually applying them, coming up with a plan, and executing the necessary steps to actually complete the task is one of my biggest downfalls. But I'm not gonna let that discourage me. I know that I am making progress, but I'm just being honest with you all, because I don't really come across a lot of entrepreneurs that really keep it 100 with their viewers, or anybody that might inquire about the steps that they had to take in order to get to the place that they are at. Like, even just me setting up the camera and just all of that goes with it, it can be a lot. So I do see why people have assistants and other people to help them, whether it's to set the camera up, press record while I sit here, straighten out cords. All of it can become very overwhelming. It really can. Taking pictures by yourself, doing the research, typing it up, it's just a lot. So if you are someone that is also starting out and transitioning into becoming a entrepreneur, give yourself grace, give yourself patience. It's not gonna happen overnight. I've realized that it really is levels to this. Just like what I said, like coming home, really applying myself. Maybe for about the first year, I knew that I was unhappy. I knew that I had one foot in the door of being an employee and one foot out the door of just starting my own thing. And I can say over time, I wasn't really pushing myself. But as time goes on, the more that I get uncomfortable with work, it really nudges me to make sure that I am chasing after what I want. You have to have a spirit of hunger within you. You can't just say, oh, I'm unhappy here and I just want to start my own thing. You're probably not going to do it. You have to really be so uncomfortable. I mean, sickly uncomfortable, because that's the point where I'm at. Half the time when things don't go right with me at work, I literally feel sick to my stomach. Call me dramatic, whatever, but my job was my livelihood. And if you are someone that was a loyal, dedicated, resourceful person to your job, I'm sure you understand when it comes to a point when you're no longer happy and you realize that, okay, maybe it's time for me to leave, or you know what, I'm no longer growing here, and I need to make the necessary changes for me to find something else that suits my schedule for me and my family. And that's where I am. Like, the hunger is just now getting within me. I don't know what the next steps are to how this process may make me feel, but that is another reason why I started vlogging, because I come across too many people that can sit up here in front of a microphone or a camera and only tell you what they wanted to do and then tell you where they're at now. But they forget the whole in between, and that is the most important part for someone like me. Like, I see the dream you wanted, and I see that you're, you know, fulfilling it. But what did you do in the meantime, in between time, to actually get the stuff started? You can give me all the podcasts, all the books, but until I have somebody sitting right here with me, shoulder to shoulder, it's gonna be a struggle. But like I said, give yourself grace and just try. Don't stop. It doesn't happen overnight. That I do know for a fact. All of these people that get famous, they sell their souls, they do anything to get any kind of attention and recognition. That's not what we doing here. Because you could be celebrated today, canceled tomorrow. And that's not what I'm trying to do here. What I am trying to build is an actual solid foundation. I'm talking about really getting it out the mud. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. And it's tough. It is tough. And maybe I'm just here today to vent. If there are other women out there who are going through the same things that I am going through, holla at your girl. Let's start a group. Let's talk about it. Where you at in your situation, so I'm not feeling so alone. You know, and I'm talking to the moms, the working moms, the grandmas, the dads, anybody that has a kid and you realize that, you know, things are changing around us. Inflation is very here and present. And you just realize what you're doing is not enough anymore. It's just not enough. And you have a spirit to serve, and you want to give, and you want to show your faith, and you want to be loved, and you want to give love. You have to apply yourself. And let this be your message right now to any of you out there. Do not give up. Keep trying. Don't get discouraged. I know you're online watching your peers, other YouTubers that are maybe doing better than you, but that's their story. You have your own story, and it will move and go at its own age and stage. You can't put a time stamp on it. You can't put an expiration date on it. It is up to you and God to know when it is your time to shine. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope that this message reaches the person that is meant to reach. We have to stick together, ladies. We have to just be there for each other. We have to talk about these things. Don't just sit to yourself, bottle it up inside, and just deal in frustration. That's not what we were put here for. We were put here to help. We were put here to serve. We were put here to be good stewards. So, like I said, that is all I have for today. Make sure you remember to grind and let your light shine and be of help to all the beautiful people in the world. Later.